Hi, I'm Ray. Well, I'm in the garden today and I'm surrounded by Japanese acers, Japanese maples. So we've recovered these from the supermarket, and these are Acer acidity, and these are great for the garden, and they can grow in containers. If you've got a small garden or even just a patio, you can grow a tree so simple and easy in a pot or in a container. Today I'm going to show you how to pot up a Japanese maple Acer in a bucket. So let me show you what we're going to do. So we love the Japanese maples, all the lovely colours, the dark reds, the yellows, but during winter it's pretty boring, it's pretty plain, and not much to see. But as soon as the summer comes, all the different colours, the different shades, there's so many different varieties, so we're going to pot some up in the garden. We've got some that I've got in the garden I've had for many years. My mother gave me a Japanese Acer from her garden, and we've grown that on for a long time in the bucket. So we're going to add extra maples to the garden, and that's going to look lovely. So let me show you what we're going to do. So this is the pot that we're going to be using. We've got to make sure it's got plenty of nice big holes. If you're using a terracotta pot with one hole, then just cover it up with a bit of terracotta. Just cover up the holes, just to stop them being blocked. So we're going to add some fresh compost just in the bottom of the pot, and we just need to have the level of our plant just slightly under the rim. So that's looking pretty good. We don't want it too high, we want it sat nicely, so that's just about right. We'll take out the plant from the pot, give it a tap, and then we can see the roots. This is not bad at all. We can just tease out some of the roots just so it doesn't go round and round in a pot. But this one's not pot at all. So we place this in the centre of our pot, and then we're just going to take some more compost and using our hands just fill it down around the edge. Squashing it down, we don't want no air pockets. Any air pockets could damage the roots. Pressing it down, don't need to jam it down heavy, just press it down, twisting it as it goes, making sure it sits upright. There we go. So a general rule of thumb is to use a pot which is slightly bigger. You can get your hand around the outside. You don't need a massive pot because it's just going to look silly. There we go, and that is our pot potted up. It's looking good. Give it a tap, and that's the first Acer potted up. So we're going to give this a nice water in, and with the root ball being lower, the water's just going to sit in the pot. So what do we do next? Well, Acers don't normally need any pruning, but they can be encouraged to grow nicer with just a slight prune. This one's going downwards a bit, and I want it to create a nice shape. So I'm just going to remove just some of these that are hanging down, just so it can create a nice shape growing upwards. That's all we're going to do, just so it goes upwards instead of going around. So that will do. That's made it sit up right now instead of bending over. So during winter they do need a bit of shelter, just to stop the leaves from being blown around a bit. But that's looking good, and that's all ready for the garden. So this can stay in this pot now for 2 to maybe 3 years, and once it outgrows that pot we can put it into a bigger pot, and then it can stay in there for many years after. And we just have to scrape off the top, replace the compost on top, and that will keep going for even longer.